I want to give you guys a heads up that a new PlayStation 5 System software update is being rolled out, and I want to get your guys' input on something. We'll talk about that. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, maybe to my dismay, is the biggest Assassin's Creed game launch in history. You guys know how I feel about the newer style AC games. Haven't given Valhalla a go yet, so I'm not here to bury the game already. I've heard some good things, I've heard some bad things, gotta give it some time, so we'll talk about that a little bit. And God of War Ragnarok, PlayStation's Jim Ryan says some pretty interesting stuff regarding that game. You think it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive? Well, maybe it'll end up being a cross-gen title. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But a new PlayStation 5 System update is being rolled out right now, and it weighs in at just under a gigabyte at 886 megabytes. That seems kind of big, but I might be just completely lost in terms of how big these updates typically are. This is something to just update system performance. That's all it said. The system software update improves system performance. So I don't know if that's the new lingo they want to go with instead of like system stability or whatever they used to say, but mainly, yes, this update's out right now, but I also want to get your guys' input on something that I've been seeing on social media. Some of my friends have hit me up talking about this as well. Are you guys having any issues with your PlayStation 5 in terms of getting into games, making sure you're playing the PlayStation 5 version of the game and not the PlayStation 4 version of the game? Seems like some people are actually having a little bit of a difficult period transitioning from PS4 to PS5. Which is kind of interesting. My experience has been rather simplistic, so we'll see how that ultimately does turn out. But yeah, I just want to hear from you guys, because I've been seeing a lot of crazy tweets on Twitter. I saw somebody ask if, like, the digital version of the PlayStation 5 could play discs, and I was just like, okay, so there are just complete casuals out there, and not hating on casuals or anything, but I was always talking about how releasing a digital version and a disc-based version could confuse some people, and some people thought I was crazy, but yes, some people are completely out of the loop. They just see the commercials or whatever. I know for us it's easy to deduce, but some people are such casual consumers, which again is absolutely fine. But yeah, maybe that does cause some confusion, and with PlayStation 5 they spell it out pretty easily for you. This is digital, this is the disc-based console. Series S and Series X, I could see that being a little bit more confusing to the casual consumer. Again, people watching our channel, people that are super into video games, they're gonna get it pretty easily. But yeah, that is a situation right now. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, your experiences with the PlayStation 5, anything in terms of crashes, anything in terms of games just shutting down, stuff like that, because I've been seeing it quite prevalently on social media and other people telling me about it, but not something I've experienced personally, to be completely honest, although I haven't sunk in a lot of time into the PS5, thanks to Target taking a little while to get the shipping done, which I have realized is a problem a lot of people face with the PlayStation 5 if you did order from Target. Nevertheless, sound off with your thoughts on that. Okay, next up, obviously, Assassin's Creed Valhalla had to be the biggest Assassin's Creed game of all time in terms of sales and things of that nature. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is noted to be the biggest AC game launch in history, selling through more units in its first week than any other Assassin's Creed game during the same period, publisher Ubisoft has announced. Noting, we are truly delighted by the enthusiastic response from players and want to thank the fans for their incredible support, said Assassin's Creed Valhalla producer Julian Lafreri in a press release. Delivering this game amid a global pandemic was a true tour de France by our team, and it's fantastic to see players enjoying the game so much. Launch is only the beginning, and we have robust content plans for Assassin's Creed Valhalla that will keep players immersed in their epic Viking saga for a very long time to come. Ubisoft also noted players are already well into their AC Valhalla experience, covering more than 4 million kilometers, building their settlements, over 55 million buildings already unlocked since launch, and becoming fully immersed in the Norse and Saxon culture through the Orlog and Dice games. Over 3.5 million games have been won so far, or even enjoying the drinking and fighting contest. Over 1.8 million players have won at least one drinking game since launch. Alright, so if you guys know me, you know that I'm not a big fan of the shift in Assassin's Creed from the classic style to the new style, and some of you guys love the new style, some of you guys are on my side, whatever you want to think. I have not played AC Valhalla yet. This is going to be one of the next games that I really dive into and I give some time to, because some of my friends have hit me up saying really good things about AC Valhalla, and a lot of those friends were on the same side as me, not digging the newer style of games, but they seem to be enjoying it as long as it's, you know, something that I get really into. And the Viking element of Assassin's Creed, that was always gonna hook me, because that's a setting that I've wanted in Assassin's Creed for a very long time. So we'll see how I enjoy this one. I have a feeling that I am actually gonna enjoy it. Look, fundamentally, I think Origins and Odyssey are good games. It's just some of the elements with the microtransactions and things like that, and hey, obviously they haven't turned people off from it, AC Valhalla being the biggest game launch ever, and I know they're making a ton of money off the microtransactions as well. So yeah, I am just one person probably in the minority, and Ubisoft is probably making a killing off these games now, but I'm excited to give this a go as well. Let me know if you guys have played AC Valhalla. What are your opinions on it? Are you enjoying the game? I've seen some people also be a little bit down on the game, saying, you know, it's kind of an open world of emptiness and things of that nature, but again, something that I'll have to invest some time into. Definitely gonna have to play it for quite a while. You know, I'm out here talking about how much I'm enjoying Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and a lot of people might disagree with me on that, and then they're gonna be like, AC Valhalla is one of the best games of the year. So sometimes, you know, we have differing opinions of certain things, and yeah, I am really digging Black Ops Cold War. Lastly, I do want to note one thing. God of War Ragnarok, PlayStation's Jim Ryan won't confirm or deny if the game is cross-gen. Of course, there are north of 100 million PlayStation 4s out there in the market. PlayStation 5's nowhere near that number, probably not even, you know, at a tenth of that at this stage of the game. And in a new conversation with The Telegraph, PlayStation head Jim Ryan refused to answer whether or not the next-gen God of War installment would be coming to both PS4 and PS5. I should say, the next God of War installment. At this point, only confirmed for PlayStation 5. Jim Ryan wouldn't shoot it down, however. He just noted, sorry, I've got nothing to say about that today. While I'm not speaking on God of War Ragnarok directly, Ryan did go to explain the reason why Sony is going to continue to support the PS4, which I think people were expecting, but with the wording and, you know, just some of the elements that are coming out with some of the wording that the PlayStation execs are using, it seems like they are going to be more invested to the PS4 than they were the PS3. Ryan specifically noted, we've got a community of PS4 gamers 100 million strong. It would be wrong to walk away from those people too early, and they've been engaged with their PS4s this year under lockdown to a greater extent than at any point over the course of the cycle. They're using their PlayStations, they're happy with their PlayStations, why would we stop giving them games? Now, it's interesting because the PlayStation 3 got a couple of major titles after the release of the PlayStation 4. The only one that really sticks out in my head was Gran Turismo 6. After that, the majority of the exclusives that were being rolled out, your infamous Second Sons of the World, Until Dawn, Bloodborne, of course, they were all on the PlayStation 4 exclusively already right out of the gate. Spider-Man Miles Morales, not a next-gen exclusive. Horizon Forbidden West, not a next-gen exclusive. God of War Ragnarok, the tease is there that it might be on the PlayStation 4, which might be a little bit of a disappointment to some people. I'm definitely in that camp because I just believe that if you are cross-gen developing for a game, it is going to put the limitations of what you can ultimately realize in the PlayStation 5 version. At the end of the day, if we can get these games, they're on the PlayStation 4, great. Let me play them at 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 5. That is my main thing. 4K, I don't really care about. The games visually look great. They look amazing at this stage of the game. Like, are we really craving for such better visuals? I know some people are super high on ray tracing, and more power to you. Give me the option. Give me that option to play 60 FPS. Ray tracing isn't something that I am completely high on. That doesn't, you know, knock my socks off or anything like that. I want consistent 60 frames per second, and seeing some of these PlayStation 4 games now being up to 60 FPS on the PlayStation 5, they look so amazing. They play incredibly well. I just think 60 FPS needs to at least become an optional standard for games going forward. Give me that option. I don't need ray tracing to kill half my FPS. If you like that, more power to you. Just give me the option to play the game at 60 FPS. I want that to be more of a regular thing going forward, so hopefully we can maintain that at the very least. But that's going to conclude this video. Again, let me know your experiences with the PlayStation 5 thus far. Any technical issues, anything like that, is Twitter and, you know, these anecdotal evidence pieces that I'm seeing just an overblown statistic or something like that. Sound off with your experiences in the comments. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, have you played it? Let me know your thoughts on that. We'll be jumping into that very soon. But at this point, a biggest Assassin's Creed game launch in history, and God of War Ragnarok, could that be a cross-gen title? If it is, if it isn't, we know one thing: Sony is going to continue to support the PlayStation 4. That's going to wrap up this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.